Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tayler Yarish Show, the podcast. You made it. You're here. You found it. We're back. We're out of the fucking dungeon. We're out of Epstein's lair for now, for this week. It shuffles back and forth, folks. You know, his dungeon wasn't available. Epstein's dungeon was already booked, unfortunately. No, that's not a good. You don't want it to be booked. You want it to be vacant. You don't want there to be another thing. All right, good start. How's everybody doing? How is your week going? Is it? I guess we could reflect on the last week. How's your week started off? This is a Monday, that you're hearing this. So how's the Monday going? I guess you could ask. I'm guessing mine is painful. Mine's going to be a painful fucking Monday because I'm playing baseball tonight. Playing baseball, and last time I played baseball, definitely tore my hammies or my groin or something like that. I don't know. I always fucking do that. I go way too hard, don't stretch, blow everything out, and then I can't walk for a week. So it's literally what happened. I forget if I talked about it last week, but yeah, I just went all out, and then I couldn't walk, and then I tried to play baseball the following week, and I legitimately could not run. It was hard to walk. I tried to take off, and do a sprint. And yeah, dude, it fucked me all up. It was bad. So I'm going to try to be smarter about it, get some stretches in. And yeah, I mean, it's really important. You really got to stretch everything out as you get older. Tayler, you're only 28. I know, but I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not a professional anything. But I yeah, it's just important. But I'm excited to do it. Got a show tonight, and then I'm gonna head over to the field and whatnot. What is going on? Lots happening in the world. Johnny Depp is back trending for some goddamn reason. Johnny Depp is a wife beater was trending on Twitter. Johnny Depp is a wife beater was trending on Twitter, and they just can't let this. They can't let it go. I mean, they really can't just move on. And listen, if the dude is a wife beater, yeah, sure. Should he pay for it? Absolutely. But if it was gonna come up, wouldn't it have come up in that fucking weeks long court case that we all sat through? I mean, just let it. You lost. Let it go. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. The truth doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It does, but it doesn't. In the court of public opinion, if you like Johnny Depp, you like him. If you don't, you don't. And there's nothing that's gonna come out that's probably gonna fucking change that. What's gonna come out now that didn't come out during the court case? You know what I mean? I don't know. How about the reality is, people want either Johnny Depp is a monster or Amber Heard is a lying whore or whatever. And it's you know what? How come they can't both be a little bit of a piece of shit? Why do we give a fuck? This is just like every other. There's so many relationships that are exactly like this that nobody, but for some reason, because it's Johnny Depp and it's Amber Heard, everybody gives a shit. Like I said last week, we can't focus on any real fucking issue for 2 seconds because shit like this pops up and then everybody gets their panties in a wad and they just fucking lose it, And so, Johnny Depp is a wife beater. is trending on Twitter. So there's all these people trying to like drum up the argument again that he's a piece of shit. And then the people who are for Johnny Depp are like, yeah, he is a wife beater because he beat his wife in court. Ah, fucking yeah, dude. And they're all just high-fiving behind their computer screens and shit. It's ridiculous. I mean, people don't have anything else to fuck, you know what I mean? And here I am talking about it, but still, it's a little ridiculous, folks, to just care this much about. I mean, but we've always been obsessed with celebrity tabloid and relationships and everything escalates, right? Everything escalates. And so it used to be about, we used to get excited when somebody like got together or broke up. That was like the big to do that got us out of our seats. Oh my God, they had a horrible breakup. What? The marriage is off? Oh my God. The marriage is off. Well, what about the kids? Well, what about the kid? Where the kids gonna go? But that doesn't do it for us anymore. We have like celebrity news inflation, where it takes more for us to really, for the needle to move. So when before it was like, oh my God, they're together. They split up. There's a divorce. The kids are going to go with the mom. That used to make us feel good. But because of celebrity inflation, now we need like Johnny Depp beats his wife. That would have been nice if I got the words right when I said that, But that's what we need. I really think that's what it is. So now, like, nothing is going to get the attention that it gets unless it's that big of a fucking deal, which I guess is good for other celebrities, because now maybe when they go to fucking Whole Foods and they don't have a mask or whatever, and the paparazzi takes a picture, nobody will actually give a shit. They're like, well, he didn't beat the shit out of his wife in Whole Foods, so I guess it's not that bad. I don't know. But either way, you're going to watch Johnny Depp if you like Johnny Depp, and you're going to watch Amber Heard do whatever I don't know. She probably won't be in another movie if I had to get. No, of course she will. What am I saying? She's a hot young actress out there. She just may have to. There's going to be some sort of allusion to all this in the next thing that both of them do. It's kind of like when Charlie Sheen went through everything he did, and then he did that horrible like anger management TV show. You remember that show? And the opening of the scene, of the show, the first scene is like him shadowboxing in the camera, being like, yeah, you think you're going to get rid of me? You think you're going to take me down? I don't think so. And it was just like, it was clearly a wink to everything that had happened with 2.5 Men and fucking Tiger Blood. Dude, that was an era, huh? I kind of miss that guy. I kind of missed the whole Tiger Blood, doing blow, winning. Remember that was such a big thing? Winning. I'm fucking winning. That's kind of on a more subtle level. That's kind of what Johnny Depp did. Every time his version of winning was just like waving to all his fans as he left the courthouse, in his fucking sunglasses that aren't really sunglasses because you can still see his eyes so much. Get new sunglasses, I don't know. What else is happening? Elon Musk is fucking up or something like that. I read this thing, I don't know, he's not buying Twitter now, or he doesn't want to buy Twitter because Twitter sucks, and I mean, he's really pulling, he's really, like, dominating a whole company. Did you guys read this thing? It was like Twitter's suing Elon Musk because he doesn't want to buy the company anymore. Is there any more of, like, a bitch cuck move to do than being like, no, you have to buy it. You have to buy our company. Is that a thing? Like, I guess he made it. Twitter's basically like, no, he really made it seem like he was going to buy this company. He really had us going. And then at the end, he was like, nah, I don't like you guys. I don't want to do it. Is that illegal? Can you get sued for that? For not buying something that you said you were going to buy? Because if that's the case, I do that shit all the time. Like if I walk into a fucking Walmart, and I go and pick up some flip-flops, and I carry them around the store, and I get in line, I bring them right up to the register, and then I'm like, you know what? These flip-flops kind of suck. Are they going to be like, how dare you? You have a responsibility to the shareholders. You can't just come in here, check the place out, go to buy something, and then not fucking buy it. I don't know. Is that illegal? I guess it is when you're buying like a whole company. But basically, what Twitter's saying is they're like, he's coming up with all these fake excuses to not buy the company just because it's not in his interest anymore. And Elon was like, well, I don't like how you didn't disclose how many fucking spam accounts there were and how you count the spam accounts. And also you fired these two big executives. Like, the guy clearly, he seemed to have some grievances. Whether they're bullshit or not, they seem real to me. What the fuck do I know? Nothing. But, you know, he was going to buy them for $44 billion. Let him poke his nose around the place first. And maybe this all shouldn't have come out. Like, I don't understand. A buddy of mine who knows finance shit, like, when the news first broke that he was going to buy Twitter, I was like, oh, shit, he's going to buy Twitter. That's so awesome. And he was like, this doesn't mean he's going to buy Twitter. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, an acquisition like this, it doesn't just happen overnight. Like, this is going to be a long, drawn-out process. It doesn't mean he bought Twitter. And in that moment, I was like, he's going to buy it. No, he's going to buy it. And now I feel so stupid. I'm like, oh, man, he's not going to buy it. It kind of felt like, dude, there were so many people that were so excited for Elon to buy Twitter. And now it kind of feels like, you know, the vacation got canceled. You know, or we were going to go to the fun uncle's house for the weekend. Oh, but he's not in town anymore, so now we have to just stay home with mom and dad. And we can't go. And that's what Twitter is. Twitter's is kind of the overbearing, shitty parent. And Elon Musk would have been the fun one that lets us have ice cream for breakfast, you know? I don't know if it would really... I'm not really on Twitter, so I don't think it would affect my life too much. And he's another guy where people, like, either you hate him or you love him. And I guess I love him more than I hate him. There's something about the fact that he is the head of all these companies, but he kind of, in the public eye, he's kind of just a guy, you know? And so if we're talking about a case where it's a guy versus a whole company like Twitter, I'm going to go with the guy. I'm going to 100% go with the guy, because Twitter is an amalgamation of a million people who, from what I see in the news and in the zeitgeist, you know, they can't have the public's interest at heart. They're saying, like, oh, he backed out of the deal because it didn't fit it wasn't in his interests anymore. Yeah, well, you're fucking suing him to buy the company because that's in your best interest. So what the fuck are we talking about here? Twitter? The guy wants to know how you count your fake accounts. That's what he wants. What is a fake account? Is that just like an account that's run by a robot? Is a fake account just an account that's run by a robot? Because if that's the case, I can't wait until, like, in the future, because you know robots are coming, and robots are going to be looked at as like these real thing. You know, you're going to get in trouble for treating a robot like they're a robot. Do you know what I mean? Because the artificial intelligence is going to get so good that you won't be able to tell. Like, it's going to seem like they have real emotions and shit. So to be like, oh, you're not real, that's going to be like an offensive thing to say. And so you're going to have this backlog of all these articles and all these companies talking about, you know, accounts run by robots and how they're fake accounts. They're not real. And that's going to come out. There's going to be some fucking viral Joe Rogan-esque clip of all the accounts, or of all these articles and all these companies calling them fake accounts and bots. Dude, bot's going to be a bad word. You wait. It already kind of sounds like a bad word, doesn't it? In the future, when we have robots, bot will be a fucking slang for sure. because they're going to be real folks. They're going to be walking down the street just like the rest of us, and you're going to have to acknowledge them as such. So in 2019, you referenced these 30,000 accounts as fake accounts. Oh, they're not real. They're not real to you. Why? Because they don't have a soul. Oh my God, that's going to be a real conversation that people have. That's going to be one of those. That's going to be one of those things where the liberals are going to be on the fucking robot side and the conservatives aren't. And that's just because that's probably just how it's going to go. And so you're going to have those court cases where the justice has to kick it off and be like, yeah, why don't you, before we get this going, why don't you start off? Could you give me the definition of what a robot is? And then the representative of whatever is going to be like, actually, Senator, I think that what you're doing here is really wrong. And I think that what you want is maybe a clear one, definition answer of something that is really, it's really hard to pin down exactly what. And then the guy's going to be like, I am simply asking what a robot is. If I just want a definition of, if you were the expert on robots, I would like a definition on what, and he's just trying to get her to say that robots are like, not real people or whatever. And she just won't say it. Like, well, the robot identifies as the robot wishes to identify. So you would have to ask the robot. That's definitely going to I think it's going to happen. Because it's already happening with, that exact argument that I just said is the whole thing that's going on with gender right now. That's like all I see on my fucking TikTok is like, these court cases of some dude being like, what? It's like 10 years ago. If you would have told me that the shit that we'd be like talking about in court, in a Senate hearing or something, if it would be kicked off with, please define what a woman is, Could you give me the definition of what a woman is? And then the woman being, and then the woman, the lady, the chick, the whatever. Exactly. This is what I'm fucking talking about. Then she's like, actually, as a woman, I think that your question is transphobic, and I think that it's blah, 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 and it's as an outsider, as someone who's not involved, I don't have anything to say on it. It's just so funny to me to watch. It's so funny to me to watch like some 65-year-old dude being like, tell me what a woman is. And then some young lady being like, I don't have to tell you what a woman is. Like, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? It just comes down to like these two generations just arguing. That's what it feels like it is. It's just two generations that fucking hate each other. And, it's probably more than that because there's people, there's like younger people who would give that same argument, like, hey, just tell me what a woman is. I want to know what a woman is. Someone let me know. Write down in the comments if you know what a woman is. If you're brave enough to write what a woman is, then you put it in the comments. You know what? Even before all this like gender shit became an issue, like I don't even know if I could, because it comes down to the chromosomes and all this shit, right? That's the big argument. I don't know. I don't know which one has which. That's how dumb I am. Like guys, if they got the X or XY or YY or XX, gun to my head, I do not know. So you're looking at a guy who truly does not know what a woman is. So Pretty sure I could spot one, but beyond that, I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's like you can't even suggest. You can't even ask the question. You can't even suggest anymore. There's so many things that, like, if you put that level of scrutiny on it, if you just like keep digging on everything's going to offend somebody. Dude, I was having a conversation the other day about like 9/11 and who was like how long after 9/11 do you think they started calling it 9/11? Does someone do something on this? Like how long after it? Because for a while it was probably just like, oh, the terrorist attack, the attack on the Twin Towers, the plane thing. I don't know, like how long was it, like the 20th? And they were like, what if we just called it 9/11? Like that's much. We always got to look for the 9/11 attacks, the 9/11, and then the first person to put together like 9/11 and 9/11 being like, ooh, we got something there. That's something. We could put that somewhere. And then the first person, and this is where, today you'd get in trouble if for even suggesting this, I think. The first person to look at 9/11 and be like, what if we, what would be some great merch is if we did the 1-1 as the towers. Because that's the fucking merch that you see everywhere. If you got a shirt or a sticker or whatever about 9/11, dude, the 1-1 is the towers. And so who was the first person who sheepishly raised their hand being like, I got an idea, and again, I'm just spitballing. I'm just going to throw this out there. What if, and again, I really want to nail home that these are just ideas and this is a safe space for everyone, right? Yeah? Okay, cool. So, we're trying to come up with the t-shirts and everything. What if the 1-1 are the towers? And then he just like looks around the room and everyone's like, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You fucking nailed it. Like, is that guy, you're making money off of, on the backs of a terrible terrorist attack, right? Like, I don't think they've tried to do that with anything since. Have they? Is there any kind of, like, niche, catchy marketing scheme for, like, the Boston bombing? Did they try to make any kind of, like, I don't know. I can't think of anything. I mean, there's probably some tie to, like, marathon running and then, like, running away from the scene. But, like, there's nothing from a merch perspective. There's not a clear go-to of like, well, that's obviously what you got to fucking do. That's obviously the merch. The 9/11 thing is so clear. I mean, 9/11, Twin Towers, open and close case. And never forget. Who was the first person to coin that? Who coined never forget, dude? They fucking nailed it. Like, at the end of the day, for shit to catch fire, you need a good marketing team. You need a good hashtag. Think about, like, this shit. Hashtag Me Too. Dude, whoever came up with Me Too, they fucking nailed it. Do they get any credit? Like, I don't know, how much do you get monetarily if you're the person? Like, how do you quantify the impact of coming up with that idea? There's got to be there's definitely value in that, right? Because, like, just saying Me Too it's so visceral in what it sparks and everything that it means and what it makes you think of. Like, what is the dollar amount for that? Do you know what I mean? And the same thing for like for 9/11 never forget. Like, how much is the phrase never forget worth? And do you have to, like, if the guy who came up with that, or lady, whoever, or whatever you are, Jesus, did he have to, like, do you have to, like, patent that, Did he, like, secretly come up with never forget in his office? And he was like, this could be huge. I mean, never forget, that's a brilliant, and then he's got to go and get it trademarked or whatever. Like, is that secretly, like, every time you see never forget, what if there was, like, a little copyright circle next to all the fucking shit? Oh my God. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you get what I'm talking about. It's all gone to shit. We need a hashtag. We need a hashtag. Yeah. Well, folks, I think we did it. If any of that upset you, what are you going to do? Write a hashtag about it. If any of this upset you, you should blast it out. Write a hashtag and tell everybody that I don't know what a woman is. So, but you know what? To be fair, I don't know what a man is either. So, you can't get me there. If you don't know what either of them are, then you're just ignorant, and you're ignorant on all accounts. And I think that's okay. I'm open. Like, that's the thing, is, like, I actually agree with the dudes who are like, just tell me what it is. Just give me, like, I know they're trying to play gotcha. They're trying to play like, oh, you fucking, you're crazy. I want to hear your crazy ideas. But, like, at this point, if you think that it is something different, like, just tell me what it is. Like, we don't do that with pronouns. If you want they them pronouns, you're like, this is what my pronouns are. This is what I want you to call me. This is the definition. This is the whatever. But when it comes to a woman, we're just like, what? No. What is a woman? Nope. You're not gonna get me. It's like, what are we doing? I feel like those justices or the court guys, they just ask in such a cunty way that they're very clearly trying to play gotcha and to make a viral moment, and they do. They end up doing it, and I don't know. We'll never stop fighting. Anyway, folks, that's the podcast for this week. I hope you have a grand week. Hopefully I didn't blow out my hammies playing baseball, but if I did, what are you going to do? Remember to stretch, kids. It's very important. I don't know where we're going to record next week. Most of you listen just audio anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. But yeah, as always, thank you for tuning in. Share, like, subscribe. I'm going to try and start a TikTok soon. I know I'm fucking behind the ball, and I should have started it a year ago or whatever, but I don't know what's been holding me back, but I'm going to try to start throwing some shit up there just to get a little more traction. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.